Welcome, everyone, to this edition of Talented Universe on this 26th day of January in 2026. Marcia, how are you doing this fabulous day?
I'm doing great. You see, I still have my Happy New Year. I got what three, 4 more days
3 or 4
before
more days, yeah. And then
Happy
you're
New
gonna have
Year.
to change it and put something fun up again.
That's right.
Yes.
But I'm doing great. It's a little cool here, but I'm happy to be chatting live. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, I wish I was just cool and not freezing cold. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But live from New Zealand, we have our guest today, Mitch Murphy-Reid. I hope I said that right, Mitch. How are you doing?
I'm very good. It's actually summer here, so it's quite hot. It's quite muggy.
What? More than 30 or?
Probably about like 26.
26? Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
30 would be worse. But anyway, just to get started, I was just chatting with you before, and you were in China, what, about 6-7 months ago?
6, 7, yeah. I've been twice. And
you've been twice, okay.
Yeah, so I was there in November as well.
Oh, okay. Okay. And I'm assuming that was to shoot verticals, or were you just vacationing?
Shoot verticals, yep.
Yeah. And how was that experience for you? And then we'll ask you the question I ask everybody after you tell me this one.
It was great. It was like such a surreal experience. Never experienced anything like that. Yeah, definitely a cool memory for my life. And I can't wait to go back.
Well, hopefully you can. And so I'm going to ask you my question that I ask most all the vertical actors that we have on. After you did your first vertical, you came home, talked to your family, your friends, and they asked you what you were doing, especially if you were in China the first time. How did you explain to them what you were doing?
It's impossible to explain it, to be honest. It's like explaining film to someone in the 1800s that only took photos. Like, it's just this new art form that's come out all of a sudden. And no one really gets it, but eventually you get in the rhythm of saying the same thing to explain it. But yeah, my parents still are so confused about what it is.
Have they watched any of them that you've been in?
I have shown them some interesting scenes of my first one, but yeah, they find it very funny, very bizarre.
Oh, okay.
The intimacy scenes, yeah, they laugh at that.
Oh, they laugh at that. Okay, there you go. Well, there
are
no
judgment.
No judgment. That's good. There's a few comments in the chat room. Roger Noriega says, Happy New Year, one and all. Thank you, Roger. And Pro Skills Dragon Gal says, hi, Mitch. Xavier V. Rep says, hey, Daddy Mitch. Lock in. I don't know. You explained to me pretty well, Pro Skills Dragon Gal. I guess that's about verticals. I guess that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And Xavier, you called me the N-word 2 days ago. Oh, you called him nice? I am so glad he did that to you. Aren't you happy about that, Marcia?
I'm thrilled.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely not any other word.
Well, I'm sure it is, but we're not going there because that would get us tagged on YouTube, and we do not want to have that happen.
Yeah.
And Roger, thank you for the like on Facebook. We do appreciate that. Marcia, with that little silly comment, I am going to go ahead and go with you for a minute so I can regroup.
Okay. Yeah, Mitch. Yeah. Now, New Zealand. You're our first live guest from New Zealand, so welcome. Especially.
That's crazy. That's such an honor.
And so when sometimes we Americans, we don't know that much about New Zealand. I know there's been a lot of filming in New Zealand of of shows like Xena Warrior Princess and
Mm,
the was the Lord of the Rings, I think, was filmed in New
Mhm.
Zealand. So
lots of fantasy.
yeah, what is the scene like for filming? Have you been around that kind of atmosphere in New Zealand?
Yeah, so I studied film and I worked in the film industry for a bit. And because it's like just country, it's not like thriving as much as other countries.
Mm,
But because of the lack of tax on American productions, they love to come here. Um, and because everyone loves Lord of the Rings and it's iconic and it's known for being filmed here, people love to bring fantasy films here. Um, but they're filming a new Lord of the Rings movie right now. They're also filming Legend of Zelda, um, a
Oh,
Nintendo
okay.
property. Yeah, so lots of fantasy. They also filmed the Lord of the Rings series here, but
mhm.
they ended up moving it. But yeah, it's hard to say. Like it gets really slow, like the film periods, but also picks up. But yeah, not a lot happening, so that's why us Kiwis want to go overseas to try and make it big because there's not much options here.
Mhm. And we were talking a little bit earlier that you have not yet been to the mainland of the United States. Is that right?
Haven't been to LA, the where my dreams will be big, but yeah, definitely need to go.
Hmm. And is because they are doing a lot of filming of vertical dramas in the States, but also in New Zealand. What is the vertical scene like in New Zealand?
It's non-existent, to be honest. Um, I think they've only filmed three here, from my knowledge. I ended up, I was lucky enough to be on the second one they filmed,
Mm-hmm.
and then they did one after that. But yeah, it's not really happening here. We've been trying to push it to come over the side of the ocean. But I think Australia does quite a bit, but New Zealand hasn't
Yes.
really got its legs yet.
Hmm. Yeah. And you did some film schooling. You said South Seas Film School. Was
Mm,
that? Yeah. And when you're in a film school, you work on other people's projects, right?
yeah, it's very, very interesting, like doing the student films and then jumping over to the more professional side of
Mm.
things.
Yeah. Was one of your film projects, I think I saw, was Break a Leg one of your film projects?
Yeah. I'm surprised you saw that one. How did you find that? That's crazy.
Aha.
She has sources that I don't even know about.
That was pretty funny, actually. It was so now you wrote that as well?
Yeah, so I wrote and
I
directed
know you
that.
directed it.
It was yeah, I was pretty happy with that one. One I like a famous New Zealand comedian. I
Hmm.
showed it to him and he found it really funny. So
Hmm.
I'm glad to know
Was
he's got some immature humor.
well, the concept of it was it bordered on horror actually for me. That's a date from heck.
Flashbacks.
That's a date from
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah. We've all been there, right?
Because yeah, well, the premise is that the two young ladies and they're working on a kind of a blind date situation, and so her friend leaves her alone, and the guy comes to her house, and he's kind of got a split personality going.
He's a bizarre character.
Hmm. So where did that idea come from? It had to come from something like an experience or a story, or where did that come from in your head?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like I am very fascinated by the whole dating scene and different
Mhm.
stories of like what's your worst date? You know, it's a classic question like that your friends will ask you, what's the worst date you've been on?
Mhm.
Um, So I thought it'd be quite funny to try and craft one, because obviously it's such a risk for a girl to go on a date with some random guy. You never know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And part of me thinks like maybe I've done some stupid things on a date. I've chewed with my mouth open.
Oh my
And
gosh,
it's
that
just
was so
acted like
gross.
a dick. Yeah. So it's kind of like I wonder what the perspective of other girls have had with me going on a date, and I'm trying to caricature it to the max. Sometimes it's hard to read the signs.
Mm-hmm. Had you thought about maybe doing other dates gone wrong, or was that kind
Y-
of a one-off? Mhm.
Me and my friend are wanting to write a book about like a coming of age novel. So I definitely want to tap into the more writing aspect because I've been focused more on directing, more acting recently.
Mm-hmm. Had you considered being the star of it as well?
True, I could do a bit of a Taika Waititi and write myself into it. Could be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously so hard to get cast
Mm-hmm.
and things, so
Yeah.
people just write themselves and stuff. It's quite
Mm-hmm.
smart.
Yeah. So and you've also did some stage work when you were in school, and I'm very intrigued by those who you've done Shakespeare. I think Midsummer Night's
Mm.
Dream, for instance. And Shakespeare is kind of heavy.
Yeah, it's very heavy.
Yeah. So how was that? Because you were, there's a lot of memorization. There's a lot of
Mm.
getting into that whole, the rhythm of the speech. And how challenging
Yeah,
was that? Hmm.
it was very daunting because you're just a little wee high school student. But luckily we had this lovely teacher named Beth Kays, and she told me that I would be cast as Lysander, which is a, a big role in Midsummer Night's Dream. But I was young and not confident, and I was like, no, I'm scared. I don't want to do it. I don't have the confidence. But she believed in me and she pushed for it, which kind of worked out well. I'm so glad she did that because it's one of my favorite experiences. Um, but learning the lines was very hard because it's this you're learning a new language. It's so different. It's hard to understand. How are you meant to convey proper emotion if you don't know what you're saying? So she had
Exactly.
this yeah. So she had this strategy where we would translate it into
Hmm.
common English, today's standard, and it kind of made it easier for us to process the words. And then once you got familiar with the emotion, you could kind of just understand it way better, which was so helpful. And yeah, it was really fun. It worked out well.
Yeah. Would you like to do more of that type of challenge of?
It's very daunting, and I feel like you need to chase daunting things in life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd be keen to do more Shakespeare. It's so
Hmm.
fun.
Any particular role in mind that you would shoot for?
Romeo, of course.
Of course.
The star-crossed lover, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Or even a villain. I feel like a Shakespeare villain is very fun to play.
Hmm.
Mm.
And yeah, Michael, did you want to?
Yeah. I'll go back and then I'll give you a little break.
Okay.
Um, we have a question. It's going back to your time in China.
Mm.
Roger Noriega would like to know, was consuming real Chinese food a surprise for you compared to what you might have had in New Zealand?
Uh, it was so good. Everything was so cheap. You'd spend $1 New Zealand on this meal that would probably cost $30 in New Zealand. I recently just went to a Chinese restaurant in New Zealand, and it's so interesting the comparison. Everything's so cheap there, but everything's so delicious. And yeah, it's way more spicy there. Well, to be fair, I was in the Sichuan province, so everything was more spicy.
Uh,
But it's way more spicy than the food in New Zealand. I feel like they've kind of tamed it down a bit.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, so good.
I think I know the answer, but I'm going to go ahead because Roger may want to know which do you prefer? I think I know what the answer is, but
I prefer the food in China. They don't call it Chinese food there; they just call it food. But it's
yeah,
so
exactly. Yes, it's just what they have every day. Yeah.
Yeah. He asked his favorite, my favorite item. I do love Dan Dan noodles. That kind of like peanutty flavoring. I was there on my birthday recently, and I had this delicious bowl. And I don't like because it's all in Chinese. I don't know the name of it, so I can't figure out what it was. But it was similar to Dan Dan noodles, and it was so delicious. It was like really creamy, but also nutty flavorings, perfect amount of spice. Had beef mince. Yeah, it was so good. I crave it every day I'm here. I just want to go back because like even the street food, you'll go up to like the street vendor, you'll know like 3 words, and you'll be like Jagger, Jagger, which means like this one. And then they'll create this like delicious meal, and it's only $1, and the noodles are just so stringy and lovely, and you're like, how am I eating this for $1 right now? This is insane. I feel like people go to Europe to be a tourist and stuff, but I reckon China is the new place to go. You know, it's a bit under the radar. Everything's cheap. It's not overpopulated with tourists yet, so you got to jump on it quick because it's such a good place to go.
Yeah, and Roger has another follow-up. I'll throw this up here. Coolio, thank you for answering. Bring pictures next time.
I do have a picture of it.
Oh, you do?
Should I pull it up? It's like it's the only thing I have. I think I put in ChatGPT to try and tell me what, like it's a picture of the food, which is
that's what he wants.
Because I don't have a picture of like the names of the foods. But I'll see what I can get of it, just so you can get an idea. Because I've tried to recreate it.
If you want to email it to me, and then I can throw it up on the screen later, or you can put it up on your phone. There you go.
I just got it here.
Okay, so there you go. Okay, go ahead and do that.
This is what it started as, and then you mix it together, and it's just it looks like your standard, but it's like it's peanutty and delicious. So
make it meal.
Oh, look! Now you've created a monster. Now, food. Yeah. There we go.
Sorry, Roger.
Yeah.
This is my belly a few months ago. Now.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's like so exciting. I'm going to do one other thing, and then I'm going to ask another question. I think Pro Skills Dragon Gal says, if my fantasy series takes off and they want to make it a movie, I'll make sure you get a role.
Oh, perfect. I mean, that'd be lovely.
There you go.
Hold them to it.
I've always wanted to be in a fantasy series, so.
Oh, and Gilberto Alex Morales says, hi, I wish you great success on your career.
Oh, thank you so much. Gracias.
Now, you talked about what they have filmed in New Zealand. Are you so you said you'd like to be in a fantasy film. What fantasy series, franchises do you like?
I love them all. I grew up loving Lord of the Rings. My favorite films are Star Wars. I love Game of Thrones. You know, everything that's fantasy, the escapism of it is so great. Everything. It's too hard to pick.
Now I have to ask this since you said Game of Thrones.
Right.
Are you watching the brand new series of Game of Thrones that's a prequel?
Of course.
Are you?
Definitely.
Well, stay on the air after we go off. I have a question to ask you, okay? It won't be bad, but I think now since you just said that, Roger's going crazy too. So just
Gotcha.
stay on with us afterwards, and I have something to ask you. See what you say. But Marsha, I'll go ahead and give it to you because Marsha
Okay.
knows what I'm going to ask now. So
Well, looking at your some of your verticals, and one particularly, um, my stripper husband is an alpha, where you were. Well, the beginning of that is really funny too, because you're kind of lounging in your room, and this kind of spacey, drugged up female comes in, and next thing you know, there you go. So,
That's a crazy
what
stuff.
did you think when you first read when you got the script? What did you? Yeah.
I, my first thought was, is this ChatGPT written? I was like, this is crazy. Because it was my first introduction to the world of verticals, reading the script.
Oh.
Um, and the way I got it was I didn't have to audition. It was because I was the lead in another short film. The producer on that ended up making this, and he put me forward for it. And it was all in American accents. And he cast me in it. He didn't know if I could do an American accent or not, but he just had full faith. Um, and we were reading the script, and like I was like, this is like so new to me, so bizarre. It was hard to adjust because I didn't understand the tone and the vibe of the vertical world yet. So it's
oh
very
boy.
funny.
Welcome the vertical.
Yeah, it's very funny at first.
Mhm. And well, obviously you had a prominent role in in that film. So how there have got to be some funny things that went on set. Fans love to hear, funny things that happen on set because you're doing a lot of kind of stunts and things, and um,
Yeah, I think the funniest thing about it was I was in the same agency as this guy named Cam, and we would like we everyone would always compare us and say we look alike. Um, so we had this kind of running gag that we were rivals, like competitors. It was like a friendly rivalry, and then it turned out that we would be rivals in the show together.
yeah,
We'd both
yeah.
be like opposing alpha wolves. So it was the perfect full circle for our friendly rivalry, which is quite funny.
Mm-hmm. And I also wonder when you're in a role like that where you're playing a fantasy character, do you sometimes have dreams that are connected to the role?
That's an interesting question. I'm such a dreamer. I'll remember like four dreams in a night, but I can't really think of dreaming about it. I
Mm-hmm.
remember before I went to China, I would dream about going there, like manifesting it, but I don't think I've dreamt in the character. I guess
Mm-hmm.
because it's only a week long shoot,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have time to like it to really lock in. It kind of just like it's a flash in your
Mm-hmm.
life. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe if it was like over long term, your brain would be so used to this everyday life
Right.
that it would fall into your dreams.
So what a way to enter verticals, though.
The title is insane. When they cast me, it was called Luna Wolf Choosing Games. I'm like, okay, interesting
Mm-hmm.
title. And then when it came out, I had no idea it was gonna be my stripper husband is an alpha. It was so unexpected, but it makes sense in the story that it'd be called that. It's very jarring at first.
Mm-hmm. It is funny because when I've been watching Verticals, Michael dragged me into this. When I first started looking at the titles, I'm like, "What the heck What are these titles?" And then I finally realized through talking to actors and whatnot that the titles have to be unique so that you can
Mm.
find them.
It's like the best clickbait, right? I want
Hmm.
to see who the stripper alpha husband is, you know?
Yeah, right. And even so, that was done in what 2025 was it? The
It
yeah,
was filmed 2024.
oh, it was filmed in 24. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know when verticals really had their rise, but I like to say like I'm close to being an OG, you know, even though I only did one that year, and then 2025 was when I found out about the rest of the world of it.
Hmm. And then there was a another vertical that you were a less of a lead on, but still had an important role was the Mafia King Wants
Yeah.
Me. You played
Mm,
Mhm.
assistant, and
yeah.
that's kind of a villain role.
Yeah, I love that one. That was one of my more recent ones I shot in November. It was
Uh,
so much fun because I feel like once you're like familiar with the rhythm of things, you can play more. And it was the first time I had tasked myself with learning an accent in like 48 hours because, you know,
uh,
it's so fast paced. You get the script and they're like, we're gonna fly you out straight away. You're like, what? Like, you have to throw everything away that you're doing, all your plans, you have to cancel them. And I had to learn a New York accent in
aha.
48 hours.
You did pretty well. I'm from New York. You did cool.
Okay, thank you, thank you. It was a fun challenge, to be fair. I've
Mhm.
never tasked myself with that, so I enjoyed it. I was really proud of it.
I was waiting to hear what you were going to say about the accents, Marcia,
Well,
because I know
Yeah,
you know those accents.
I'm ready to have feedback and learn and get better. So
so now you got that in your back pocket. You can pull that out anytime now.
yeah, when I want to do a good fellas impression, it's
There you
perfect.
go. And you said they flew you out. Where was that filmed?
So I've only filmed one vertical in New Zealand, but the rest have been in China. So
So that was
um
China.
yeah, it was in Chengdu.
Wow. It's interesting how you can they can disguise sort of where they are by
Mm.
the different locations. What were the locations like where you were shooting?
They had this weird Hollywood set. It was crazy. It was like they had a saloon next to like a Greece style garage and then an office building. And it was really cool. It was like this mini US.
Oh.
So I think they film a lot there. And then other things they just like will go to a random house in the hills and stuff. Because there's obviously like not many in China. It's a lot of like apartment complexes. So
Mhm.
there's not many American style houses. But if you go far out more into the forest, there's like these gated communities where they have like similar to American communities.
Mhm. Yeah. So so they can easily move from a location to location by just the set that's next door.
Yeah, no, literally. They just created this perfect. It felt like a theme park in a way, like how everything was set up, and they were
Hmm.
just jumping around.
That is fascinating. Do they have a Western set there?
Yeah, they had the saloon. It was so cool. Um, there was actually this Chinese vertical that was being filmed there, and so it was so interesting. Like we rocked out, and it's all the Americans and Europeans, and we're talking to these people, and they're like they can speak like a tiny bit of English, and it's just interesting to see the other side of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but filming a Western vertical would be so sick. So I was pretty jealous.
Yeah. And just to tie on to complete the kind of accents, because I read that you do, well, I know you do a New York accent, and you also have a Southern accent, Southern U.S. accent,
Mm.
right? And you also a Russian accent.
Yeah, that's a rogue one. Um,
Was that also, yeah, was that also for you got it for a role, or did you just do it to?
No, it just weirdly came to me. I don't know. Maybe I was Russian in a past life, but the thing with New Zealanders is we almost find it easier to do the southern accent than
Hmm.
the standard US. So like a lot of Kiwis can do a bit of a
Mhm.
twang to it. Yeah.
Uh, So how easy is it you to slip into another accent? No,
Hey, do you
go.
want me to
I,
try one?
If you don't want
Oh,
to, we're not going to force you because I've
no,
got
no,
someone that
no.
wants you to do impressions, and I usually
No.
don't ask. I don't ask our guests to do things like that unless they know ahead
I
of
was
time.
just
But
asking him how easy it was. I didn't ask him actually
well, but
to
then
do
he
it.
said what he said. I just don't want him to,
I'll
you know.
do it. I'll do it. It's
Okay,
scary.
okay.
It's like easy when you have like a way in. Like with the Russian one, I just go like, "Hello, little lady." You know, that's how I get into it. Like, "Hello, little lady. Do you like vodka? I like vodka. Vodka is great. I'm no fool. You are fool." So like, there's like things you're used to saying. My name Rick Dolan, and I'm from Texas, Tennessee. You know, you have things you're so used to saying. With American, because it's like one I actually have to do. You know, it's it's not like a fun. It's less for fun.
Mhm.
There's a few ones that I like practice. It's like around the rugged rocks, the rugged rascal ran, and it kind of you just do that a few
Very
times. It
cool.
snaps you into
Yes.
it. So yeah,
Very
I think
cool.
that's what makes it easy when you have these like prompt words that you get
Hmm.
into.
Hmm. Okay, Michael, I'm gonna hand it to you before I get in more trouble.
Well, yeah, I know, I know. I mean, it's just so much fun. And this is what I was going to ask you, but I'll let Pro Skills Dragon Gal ask it. What was your favorite vertical to film to date?
It's
I'll
such
throw
a
in to
hard
date.
it's such a hard question. Because there's different elements that make one
Okay,
great.
tell us the elements, and then you can tell us what was your favorite with that element.
Okay,
That makes it easier for you. Maybe.
your favorite with how how like smoothly it was filmed. Your favorite with like the connections you made on
Mhm.
set. Your favorite with how it turned out, or your favorite character to play. Or your favorite like because of the nostalgia or special place. So, Stripper Husband has a special place in my heart as the first one. You know, it was such a new experience. I do love that one. Um, it's also hard to remember the names because they're in
And they
Chinese when we
change
film
the
them.
names sometimes too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Um, there was this one that I filmed with Grant and Lucy, and that was one of my favorites. It was the second one I filmed in China. The first time I was there, and I just got off the set of the first one. It was like the boyfriend's daughter celebrity one, Junior something.
Mhm.
Um, and I fell in love with the cast, and I was like, this is the best cast ever. And it's sad I only get to spend a week with them. I'm so scared to meet the new cast because what if they don't live up to the hype of the previous one? And
Mhm.
then they ended up being my favorite cast. They were just so fun. I've made like lifelong friends from them. It was just such a funny experience. I love I love Americans because they like Americans when they're outside of America, the culture shock is just the funniest thing. It's so good. There's this one guy that ended up going home and he posted on his story doing his laundry and he was like, what even is this? Like I can't read any of this. It was so funny. Um because he's obviously used to being in a country where everything's in English. So
Hmm.
it was such a culture shock seeing everything in Chinese. So yeah, just like the people you meet, it's just so much fun. But based on like the outcome, I really loved The Mafia King Wants Me because
Mhm.
of the challenge of coming up with a new accent.
Yeah.
It was also very interesting because when you go to China, the entire crew don't speak English. Even the
Mm.
director. which is a big challenge because obviously the director has to direct your emotions and stuff. So they have like an assistant that kind of relays the message. But the mafia one I did, a lot of the crew spoke English, which was it was crazy. You don't expect that in China. So that was really lucky. It was produced by this lovely lady, Sammy, who sent me to China multiple times. And because she lives in New Zealand, but she like flies people over, she brought a lot of her connections from my first one, Stripper Husband. So a lot of the
Oh,
crew were the same people, which was really nice.
Yeah.
It was a full circle moment. We've all come so far. There was a lovely DOP named Kai, and he was the one that directed the Stripper Husband film, and now he was in China, and it was such a great experience because of that, just that full circle moment and being together with these people.
Mhm.
I can just imagine. Um, so you've been to China, New Zealand. Where would be your dream place to go film either a vertical, a movie, or anything that you have not been to yet?
Mm. LA would be great because you're in the hub of where dreams are made of. But I've never been to Europe. I really want to go to Europe so bad, and I feel like
Mhm.
almost filming verticals is because they cover everything. It's almost an excuse to explore these new countries
Yeah.
and get a new cultural experience. So I would love to film one in France or Greece. They film a lot in
Mm.
Turkey. That would be very interesting.
They do a lot in Turkey now, I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, I think they film a few in France, quite a bit in the UK. So anywhere in Europe, I've been getting into my Greek mythology. So if I could film one in Greece and be able to like play some Greek character and
A
then
Greek god, huh? Hmm.
yeah, maybe not a Greek god, maybe
Oh
like a
yeah,
half
why
god.
not? Why not? Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect the gods by wanting to be one, but if like they did an Odyssey style vertical, I would love that.
Mm, that would be cool. That would be
Mm.
cool.
Mhm.
Marcia, do you have any closing remarks or
Well, yeah,
questions?
because you also some of your other talents that you have, you're a bit of a musician too. Could you do drums, guitar?
Yeah, um, I'm a bit of a fidgeter, so I love picking up any random instrument and trying to get good at it. So I love playing guitar, the drums, and the piano mainly.
Hmm. And do you sing as well? Because you were in
Oh,
the.
I sing, I sing like someone with the confidence of a good singer. I'll say that much.
That's good. That's
Yeah, it's
good.
all about confidence, right?
Well, in the camp movie, Can't Be Better, they had some music in that.
Yes, they did.
Hmm.
We had to learn a song, like a choir song. We like filmed it and then we sang it. That was really fun. Um,
Hmm.
that was good. Yeah, I'm surprised you know about that, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I'd like to get to know our guests because everybody's got a million stories, and it's fascinating
Yeah.
to see how how you become where you are right now, and then what you might want
Mm,
to use in maybe a vertical or something. There might
yeah,
be a drum solo in your future, or.
that would be cool. Yeah, like a musician vertical would be
Hmm.
so good. I
Yeah.
feel like it's such an interesting medium that they need to like make the most of, you know. I feel like a lot of the time they just do the similar like CEO story, but
Hmm.
some of the ones that blow out the most are like a high school hockey team or something. They have so much room to play. They've got so much money. They're filmed in a week, so they could do whatever. I feel like I've seen some fantasy ones. They need to keep playing because it's an interesting medium that has a lot of
Hmm.
potential.
Yeah, I've seen some. the fantasy ones, as you were talking about, some Western,
Yeah,
and even a little bit of the superhero type is
yeah.
coming in. And
It's
so
so
I'm excited.
fun
Yeah, I'm excited.
because
Yeah. Hmm.
it's obviously hard for all these actors to be cast in a superhero Marvel movie. You know, they're not doing that very often. So the opportunity to have this other platform where you can live out your dream of being a superhero or a
Hmm.
fantasy character
Mhm.
is great.
Yeah. And one of the questions I also like to ask is, there's so many reality type shows now. There's, Survivor. There's, and Australia had a great one, the Who Dares Wins, where you become the military, or cooking shows, dancing shows, The Amazing Race. If you, Mitch Murphy-Reid, had to choose to be on uh, any type of competition or reality show, what do you think it might be?
I think I'd be on The Bachelor.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I actually did a web series of Survivor.
oh, you
Um,
did.
yeah. So it was we filmed it in 2018. So you won't be able to find it. It was called Survivor Matiki, and that was really fun. They ended up losing the final footage, so we never got to the end. So you don't know if I win or not. But it was so much fun to film. I love the games, the challenges. It's almost like too intense though. Because I like to be like a chill guy, but then once something gets competitive, I'm like, oh, I know I need to commit now. And you see the nasty
Yeah.
competitive side of me come out. Um, so maybe I could do a Survivor series, see how far I'd make it. Um, but maybe a dating show would be fun, on the vibe of stripper husband,
Oh, now that's an interesting vibe.
Mhm. And
Alpha
and
Wolf dating show.
and with this other skill I understand you have, and I'll try to throw up, he
Mhm.
knows salsa dancing. So
Uh-huh.
combine all of them. Mhm.
True. I've been learning salsa. I've also been learning Spanish, so I'm wanting to tap into that world more. So I do love salsa. It's so fun just to
Hmm.
grab a partner, twirl them around.
Hmm. Well, I can see
Yeah,
that in a vertical. Absolutely.
true. Do you guys dance yourself?
Do I salsa?
Do
Is
you
that
Yeah,
what you?
dance?
No.
like a
No.
bit of line dancing. It's quite American, right?
Well, when I was your age, yeah, but not recently. Yeah. Mhm.
Groove dancing is what I call. Well, I
Mhm.
did do ballet and
Mm,
modern dance in my younger days, but yeah. But I'm also excited to see where verticals go, as
mm.
far as, because it's taking over, Hulu, Netflix, all those.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
billion-dollar industry, which is crazy because when I filmed in New Zealand, I was like, this is just some weird little niche world. And then I go over to China and I see that they're casting people with like millions of followers and these
Yeah.
people are making so much money from it and they're producing like 100 a week all over the country. It was
Yeah.
so crazy. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect this whole world to exist, to be honest.
It's absolutely incredible, and I very much enjoy watching people's careers blossom, and I'm anxious to see what you have coming next. I know, you'll
I'm
probably
anxious to see as well, to be
you're anxious to
honest.
see. So I've enjoyed your role so far, and really looking forward to what you might have coming up for us. And so thank you so much for joining with us today. I appreciate it very much. I had a lot of fun.
No, thank you so much for having me. You guys are so lovely. It's lovely to chat with you guys.
Mitch, thank you. I mean, I totally agree with Marcia. Um, I think I got to most of the people in the chat room, but you can see some of the ones that I missed.
Hmm.
But yeah, It's been real. Yes, exactly. It's been really fun. And do stay with us after we go off, because I did want to ask you that question.
Yes.
And I don't want to ask on air because I don't want to embarrass you. No matter what, some people would like to know what it is. I'm not telling. Ha ha ha. So
We
everyone,
missed one question.
did you want? Which one did you want me to throw up that you wanted? I might have missed one.
Because Roger's been so great, maybe just
answer. Oh well, yeah. Well, he's yeah, he has this issue. Yeah. Yeah, he is funny. Okay. If Lord of the Rings was redone, is this the one you're talking about? Which role would you try for?
I feel like it's a track question because, you know, with the whole Harry Potter remakes, everyone's so attached to the original trilogy that no one would be very happy with anything that's recast. But I'd love to play Aragorn or like Boromir.
Oh, really?
They're very interesting characters. I'd have to be way older, so I couldn't play it now. I feel like there's no role for me at my age.
Makeup.
But yeah. Chuck a beard on me or something. But no. Also Legolas, playing an Elven warrior is great. I was actually in the Lord of the Rings of Power series as an extra.
Were you?
Yeah, I got to play an Elven warrior and also a Numenorian, which is the human race before they go extinct. But we had a workshop with like measured your ear size and created these custom ears, like elf ears for you, which was I was freaking out of it because I grew up playing with sticks, Lord of the Rings, pretend in my backyard. So to be part of the universe was so surreal. Wow. But yeah, maybe anyone from the Fellowship I'd be happy with. Maybe Boromir. That's my final answer.
Okay.
Did you get to keep your ears?
I begged them to, but they're like, no, like this is private. They threw it in the bed. I'm like, you threw it in the bed. Like, why can't I keep it? It was so sad.
But you have the memories forever. That's great.
Exactly.
Yeah. As we go off of a tangent because of Roger, but Roger, I know that you like that. But anyway, take care, everyone. We'll see you next time. And enjoy the rest of your day if you still have some left, wherever you might be. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks
Happy
so much,
New Year.
guys.